Hello, and welcome to a little bonus mini session. So, this month, each week, in addition to the roughly 30-minute classes that I'm going to be doing, I'm also going to be offering a mini 10-minute session. And those 10-minute sessions are going to focus on a body part or parts. And that's basically what it's going to be. So, it's 10 minutes. You can do anytime, anywhere. So, I hope you enjoy. Today's is going to be about our neck and the shoulders. So let's get started. You will need a strap for this class or a scarf or something like that, and a block for the last pose that we're going to do. So we're going to start standing and just have that strap nearby. So we'll start standing, and we're going to make sure we ground down with all four corners of our feet. Feet will be about hip distance apart. And from here, we're just going to do some simple neck rolls. So we're going to roll our neck over to the right shoulder, and then you're going to exhale and roll it down to your chest, gently please, and roll it over to the left hand side to your shoulder. Gently roll it back, and then back over to your right shoulder. So we're going to do that 3 rounds each direction. So here we go. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace, gently, slowly moving this. You don't want to overdo it. You can have a slight micro bend in your knees to keep from locking them out. So just roll from one shoulder down the middle to the other shoulder, down behind, back behind, and back around. So one more in this direction, gently rolling the neck. And then from here, come back to the center, and now we're going to roll the other direction. So now bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Roll your neck gently down, looking toward your chest. Roll that right ear to your right shoulder. And now gently roll your neck back. And now we're going to do 3 rolls in this direction. So gently and slowly rolling from one shoulder to the center, to the back, and all the way back around. Gently and slowly, breathing the whole time. And last one in this direction. You can have your eyes closed. It's nice and soothing. And come back to center. And from here, we're just going to do some shoulder rolls, some simple to loosen up the shoulders. So roll those backwards a few times. And now we'll go forwards a few times. All right, get the shoulders loosened up a little bit. Loosen up for the strap. So grab your strap now. And you'll have to play around with this to see what the length needs to be for you. But mine is about, I don't know, a couple feet or so. Bring it out in front of you, and now inhale and bring that strap over above your head, and exhale and bring it behind you any amount. And you can hold it here to really get that pec stretch. If you want to open up a little bit more and bring it further down behind you, you can also do that. And inhale back up and in front of you. So 3 rounds of that. Inhale up, over any amount, and back to the behind you. Inhale, up and over. Twice more. Inhale up and over. And exhale back in front. And one more. And we're going to hold this next one. So inhale up. And now back behind you. And just really feel that pec stretch. Feel that opening in your shoulders and your pecs. And bring it back in front of you. And release the strap down. We're done with that now. So from here, we're going to come to a seated position. You can sit on your heels. You can sit on a block. You can sit in a simple cross-legged position. You can sit in a chair. You pick what works best for your body today. That's always the most important. Pick what works best for you. From here, I'm sitting on a block, just so you know. From here, sit up nice and tall in your spine, and we're going to bring the neck over to the right shoulder. So the right ear will be coming closer to the right shoulder. And then you're going to bring that left hand out to the side, reaching toward the ground. It's probably not going to reach, especially if you're sitting up on a block. But reach that left arm out and bring that neck gently over to your right side. Stretching the fingers to the left, really stretching long through the left side of your neck. Breathing here. And then exhale and come back up. And I'll do the other side. So now you're going to bring your neck, your left ear to your left shoulder. Your right hand will now come out long on the mat for you. Maybe touching, probably not. Stretching those fingers out, really feeling that nice extension here in the right side of your neck. Breathing here. stretching. Exhale and come back up. Nice. All right, and from there, remove the block for a moment, and because now we're going to come into just a quick little easy twist. So bring both of your legs over to the left-hand side. So your hips are now to the right of your legs. And we're just going to twist open to the right carefully. And this time, instead of looking over to the right, keep your body facing the right, but turn your neck and your head back to the left, looking over that left shoulder. So now you get another nice stretch in that the right side of your neck. Breathing here. Exhale. Inhale. And release that. Bring both of your legs over to the right-hand side. Your hips are now to the left. And now we're going to twist. Bring that left hand behind you. Your right hand is on your knee, facing the left-hand side. Keeping your body pointed toward the left. And then now looking, your gaze and your head is back over your right shoulder. So now you're opening, you get a nice lengthening in your left side of the neck. Keeping the twist. Breathing here. And exhale and release that. All right, and from there, we're going to come out onto our bellies. So you can move the strap and anything else that might be in your way. We're going to come down onto the stomach. And from here, you have a couple of options. I will tell you, for me personally, I have to do it one way. I can't do it the other way. So you got to pick which is best for you. You're going to bring your left arm out long and straight out to your left-hand side. When we go into this, if you find that it's better for you to have this arm bent, then you can do that. For whatever reason, I have a lot of trouble with this. I can't bend my arm and then roll into it. But if you can, the most important part is we're going to be laying down in this, is that your elbow is above your shoulder, not below it. So it needs to be either the same height or maybe slightly above it is best if you're going to have it bent. If you're going to have it out straight, then it can be just directly out from your shoulder. So from here, bring your forehead to the ground. Your left arm is out, either extended or in a bent pose. Pick which works best for you. You'll have to try it. And then we're going to roll over onto our left side, using your right hand to kickstand you up. Your left temple, part of your forehead is on the ground. And you're really opening up that left shoulder. You can have this top leg can go behind you and be bent. It can be stacked on top of your left leg. It can be over here. It can be out in front of your leg, whatever feels best. You have to find and play around with this. It's going to be intense for a lot of people, especially if you have really tight shoulders. So go gently and test the waters and see what works best for you. Breathe here. This is like excavating your shoulders. It's really good for digging in there and getting into those crevices of your shoulders. Any tension and tightness and knots you may have. Another inhale. Exhale, let that go. And let's come back onto our stomach. Release that. Shake out that arm for a moment. And now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. So now your right arm will come straight out on the mat to your right. Or if you need to have it bent, remember just have that elbow slightly above your shoulder. So it's not, your arm isn't way down here, it's further up. So right arm out to the side. Whichever configuration is best for you, either straight or bent. Inhale, and now we're going to roll over onto that right side. And I'll show the modification here with my legs stacked. So your right temple is on the ground. Breathing here, you can close your eyes. You can also, like I said, you can have your foot in front of you, behind you, or stacked. I'm going to show it with stacked. But using that left hand to kind of help you roll over into that arm. Any amount. If you need to back off, back off. You don't want to overdo this. This is a great way to work into those really tight shoulders and tension areas and to open us up. To do the opposite of what we do all day long, which is usually hunched and sitting. Especially with all the devices that we have these days. So breathe in. Really let that go. Feel that. And now exhale and roll back onto your stomach. And from here, we're just going to roll onto our backs. And we're going to do one last pose here. Pretty simple. take the block, and I'm going to take my ponytail out here. If you've got that, you might want to do the same thing. And this is great for if you have headaches. It's great for your neck too. So if you ever have a headache or whatever, this is a great thing to try. So bring your block. I've been on a medium setting. I wouldn't go high, and you could go low if you'd like, but whatever feels best, just try it out. You're going to lay back, and you're going to put this block, the bottom part of your skull is going to go on there, so your neck will be hanging free. So come down with that, with your neck, so that your neck is hanging free, and you might have to play around with this, like I said. And from here, you can have your legs bent, you can have them out straight, whatever is best. That's not really important. So from here, I want you to look over to your right, turning your head, keep it on the block, turn your head as far to the right as you can. And then from there, I want you to turn your gaze and your head back halfway, so that your gaze is somewhere in between when you were looking straight up or all the way to the right, somewhere about 45 degrees or about halfway. And stay there for just a moment. Releasing into the block, letting all that go, letting your shoulders go. Don't try to hold yourself up. Breathing here. And out through the nose. And you can do this for longer, even when this video is over. If this feels great, stay in this one for a bit. 2 more deep breaths in and out through the nose in this position. Turn slightly to the side. Again, you may have to play around with where it needs to be, but you'll find a good spot as you play around with it. You just don't want to have your neck on it. You want your neck to be free. It's the bottom of your skull. And now we're going to return back to the center. Now we're looking straight up above us. And now I want you to turn your gaze and your head all the way to the left as far as it will go. And then from there, we turn it about halfway. So turn your head and your gaze somewhere in between that halfway midpoint, from all the way to the left or all the way looking at the ceiling, somewhere in the middle. And hold that for a moment. And I have to give credit where credit is due. I learned this from a class that I took with Tiffany Cruikshank. And this just is great at relieving headaches and tension in your neck and all that. So I'm sure she learned it from a teacher somewhere also. But thank you, Tiffany, for this. So I can share with all of you. Another nice inhale through your nose. Exhale and release that. Come back to center. And you're done with your 10-minute mini session. So rolling over your side, come back up to seat if you'd like. Thank you for joining me. That might have ran over by a minute or two, but you get the idea. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.